Kia ora whānau, ko Simon Wi Rutene tuku ingoa. Hello everybody, my name is Simon Wi Rutene. I'm from Te Aitanga Mahaki, and today I'm talking with you about the importance of the Crown Māori relationship and also ways to engage with Māori that can help you address the challenge that the State Service Commission and the sector reforms require of everybody as public administrators. They'll say the first thing really is to engage early, be inclusive, and think broadly. I think that's a great way to start. The sooner you get into it, the better it is. There's a little bit of a continuum, a kind of a spectrum of consultation really, and I think people are wondering what consultation really requires. It's more than just ticking the box. It's actually talking with those people, engaging with their values, engaging with your own organisation's values, and trying to find fair and mutual ways to go forward, and those actions that come of it are the outputs which you're looking for. Yeah, so the continuum is really based on how or if the matter is of national significance to Māori, and therefore you will need to do much more than consultation, or if it is a matter which is significant to Māori on a regional or local level, then you may need to engage with local Māori. So one of the key issues that arises is who are the Māori you need to engage with? And this has always been a difficult question to answer. Thankfully, the treaty settlements process now has provided many of those answers because we know which groups are associated to certain areas. That's called an area of interest. These large natural groups are usually made up of much smaller groups, and these smaller groups are usually the type of hapu names that we will hear that are members or constituent members of larger iwi. So it's pretty easy on that basis. It gets a little more tricky when you've got to deal with individuals. How do we find out who are the ones? And I'm sure this is going to be a big issue for everybody. But if it's not coming under the State Services Act or the Crown Māori Relations Act and those types of things that are there, one of the most helpful things that you can do is use Māori Land Online. And you can look up these people and see that they're associated to Māori freehold land blocks. Because back in the 1862 and 1865, the Native Land Court Act set up the Maori Land Court, which was the afterrunner of the Native Land Court, to create a schedule or a memorial of owners so that those pieces of Māori land could then be sold into general land title. The Māori Land Court and Māori Land Online is an extremely good resource for this. Failing that, you can utilise Te Turi Whenua Act, which is very helpful under its jurisdiction, Section 18. You can find out which are the parties you should consult with. So I think all in all, the issue of who is going to be one of the big ones, and the question of how is going to be developed by guidelines by Crown Māori, and they also have an assurance and monitoring role over all agencies within the wider state sector, not just for agencies that are the public service. I'm talking about the public sector much more widely, and that is the challenge. Remember, we're two cultures that came through in feedback. We really need to now build on the commitments that have been made under treaty settlements, because that is where the confidence in our treaty partner lies with us being able to deliver for them, and that is the relationship which we need to grow. We also should be mindful of the good work and progress that each of you as agencies have made, and to complement the guidelines that Crown Māori Office, that is the one who will be in the monitoring and assurance role of what good engagement and what great Crown Māori relationships look like. So, nō reira, I want to wish you all the best and great luck, and make our country great. Kia ora koutou.